Parashurama, born to the sage Jamadagni and Devi Renuka, was a fierce and dedicated warrior. He was endowed with immense strength and the divine weapon, the Parashu, or axe, which had been gifted to him by Lord Shiva himself. His life had been a series of battles, marked by the vengeance of his father's death and the extermination of the Kshatriya rulers, who had become corrupt and oppressive. Having avenged his father's death and purged the world of its erring kings, Parashurama sought to pay his respects to his divine teacher, Lord Shiva. Filled with reverence, Parashurama made his way to Mount Kailasa, the abode of Lord Shiva. He journeyed through dense forests, across mighty rivers, and up towering peaks, determined to meet his master. Upon reaching the sacred mountain, Parashurama was greeted by a scene of divine splendor. He saw Nandiswara, the faithful bull of Shiva, Mahakala, the embodiment of time, and Ruru Bhairava, a terrifying aspect of Lord Shiva. The very atmosphere was charged with cosmic energy, and Parashurama, being a devoted disciple, felt a deep connection to the divine forces around him. But as he approached the inner sanctum of Kailasa, Parashurama was halted by a figure he had not expected. Ganesha, the elephant-headed son of Shiva and Parvati, stood before him, blocking his path. Ganesha, with his vast wisdom and mischievous charm, told Parashurama that Shiva and Parvati were in a private moment and that he could not be disturbed. Parashurama, however, was relentless in his desire to meet his guru and pay his homage. He made one request after another, but Ganesha, with his calm and composed demeanor, refused each time. All of Parashurama's entreaties were met with a firm yet polite rejection. Ganesha's unwavering stance only fueled Parashurama's determination. Unable to tolerate the obstruction any longer, Parashurama, in a fit of frustration, lifted his mighty axe, the Parashu, and attempted to force his way into Kailasa. Ganesha, ever wise and playful, raised his trunk and, with a single movement, ensnared Parashurama. He wrapped his trunk around Parashurama and spun him around, sending him into a whirlwind of visions. In that dizzying moment, Parashurama's vision expanded beyond the material realm. He saw the 7 continents, the 7 mountains, the 7 oceans, and the countless realms that make up the cosmos. He glimpsed the vastness of the universe, the Bur, Bhuvar, and Swara Lokas, the realms of Jannar, Tapalokas, and even the divine realms of Vaikuntha and Goloka. It was as though time itself had unraveled before him, revealing the interconnectedness of all beings, all realms, and all existence. In his awe, Parashurama's axe accidentally struck Ganesha's tusk. The tusk, which symbolized Ganesha's strength and wisdom, broke off, and blood began to flow. The sight was shocking, both to Parashurama, who immediately regretted his actions, and to the divine parents of Ganesha. The act of breaking the tusk was no simple mistake. It was seen as an offense, a transgression that would not go unnoticed by the gods. Ganesha's parents, Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati, were deeply moved by the incident. Parvati, in particular, was filled with anger and sorrow. She confronted Parashurama, questioning how he, a great disciple of Lord Shiva, could commit such an act. "You are born of Brahma's lineage," she said, to the great sage Jamadagni and Devi Renuka. "How could you commit such an offense against my son? Shiva is your teacher, and he imparted to you the knowledge of the universe. Was this the Guru Dakshina you chose to give him? You could have cut off Ganesha's head instead of breaking his tusk." Parashurama, realizing the gravity of his actions, felt a deep sense of shame. He fell to his knees, prostrating before Devi Parvati and Lord Shiva, begging for forgiveness. It was then that Lord Vishnu appeared in the guise of a Brahmana boy and intervened. Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, understood the complexities of the situation. He acknowledged that Parashurama's act was indeed wrong, but he also understood the impulsive nature of the sage. Vishnu gently reminded Parvati that Parashura, like Ganesha and Skanda, was also a divine incarnation and, in many ways, was just as worthy of respect. Vishnu also addressed Parvati's anger, urging her not to allow personal emotions to cloud her judgment. He assured her that the act, though unfortunate, could be seen as a momentary lapse in judgment, one that should not define Parashurama's life or his devotion to Shiva. Vishnu further reassured her that her son Ganesha was indeed worthy of the highest reverence and had many names: Ganesha, Ekdant, Haramba, Vigna Naika, Lambadara, Shurpakarna, Gajavaktra, and Guhagraja. Hearing these words, Parashurama bowed to Vishnu and then to Ganesha, seeking his pardon. Ganesha, with his boundless compassion, agreed to forgive Parashurama, acknowledging that his own actions had been playful and that the incident was part of a larger cosmic plan. And so, the episode concluded in harmony. Parashurama's lesson was clear. Even the mightiest of warriors must temper their strength with wisdom, humility, and respect for the divine order. Ganesha's tusk, though broken, symbolized the power of compassion and the ability to forgive. As the gods smiled upon them, Parashurama departed, wiser and more humble, knowing that he had been part of a divine cosmic drama that transcended ego and pride. Ganesha, with his tusk restored, continued to be worshipped as the remover of obstacles, while Parashurama returned to his penance, ever devoted to Lord Shiva and the path of righteousness. This encounter between Parashurama and Ganesha, a tale of divine intervention, forgiveness, and cosmic balance, teaches us that no matter how powerful we may be, humility and respect for the divine are the true paths to wisdom and grace.